What Camilla found in Princess Diana's private letters. The shocking discoveries she never wanted out. Did you know that Princess Diana's private letters held secrets that would shake the royal family to its core? Camilla certainly didn't expect what she found when she uncovered these hidden messages. What did Princess Diana write that Camilla never wanted the world to know? In this video, we reveal the shocking discoveries buried in Princess Diana's personal letters, insights about her relationship with King Charles, her thoughts on Camilla, and the hidden truths that could change everything we thought we knew. These revelations were meant to stay buried, but now they're out. What exactly did Camilla find that she's desperate to keep from the public eye? Stay tuned to uncover the truth that's been locked away for decades, because once you hear it, you'll never look at the royal family the same way again. This isn't just another royal scandal. It's a bombshell that could rewrite history. Number 1. Princess Diana's secret love affair. One of the most shocking discoveries in Princess Diana's private letters was her confession of a secret love affair with a man who remained unknown to the public at the time. While much of Princess Diana's love life has been publicized over the years, this particular relationship was carefully concealed, known only to a select few. In these letters, Princess Diana expressed feelings of passion and longing, emotions that were absent from her marriage to King Charles. The letters revealed how deeply she yearned for genuine love and compassion, something that eluded her in royal life. For Camilla, this must have been a gut-wrenching read, knowing that Princess Diana had found solace outside her strained marriage. This love affair paints a more complete picture of Princess Diana's life, one where she was not just a victim of royal drama, but a woman searching for personal happiness against all odds. Number 2. Plans for a Tell All Memoir. Another bombshell in Princess Diana's private correspondence was her detailed outline for a Tell All Memoir. This wasn't just idle talk. Princess Diana was carefully planning to expose royal family secrets that could tarnish the monarchy's image. The letters contain notes on what she wanted to include, from her experiences with King Charles' infidelity to internal dynamics of the family. She knew the world wanted to hear her side of the story, and she wasn't going to hold back. For Camilla, discovering these plans must have been terrifying, as it meant that Princess Diana had the power to not only expose the relationship between King Charles and Camilla, but also to reveal damaging insights about the entire royal family. It's no wonder that Camilla wanted these letters buried, as the repercussions of such a memoir would have been devastating. Number 3. Princess Diana's feelings of betrayal. Princess Diana's feelings of betrayal ran deep, especially regarding King Charles' ongoing relationship with Camilla. In letter after letter, she poured out her frustrations and heartbreak, revealing just how much King Charles' actions had hurt her. Princess Diana didn't mince words. She felt abandoned, disrespected, and emotionally shattered by her husband's affair. These letters give a raw and unfiltered view of her personal suffering, which had largely been kept from the public eye. For Camilla, reading these letters must have been painful, as it brought to light the true extent of Princess Diana's anguish. It also provided a glimpse into the complex emotional web that tied all three of them, Princess Diana, King Charles, and Camilla, together in a tragic love triangle. These revelations make it clear that Princess Diana's pain wasn't just personal. It was a reflection of the broader betrayal she felt from the institution of marriage within the royal family. Number 4. Doubts about her marriage. From the beginning of her marriage to King Charles, Princess Diana had her doubts, and these doubts were candidly documented in her letters. She wrote about her fear that her marriage was doomed from the start, reflecting on how King Charles' actions for Camilla never fully waned. These early concerns planted seeds of doubt in Princess Diana's mind, which grew into full-blown marital crises. For years, the public saw Princess Diana as a fairy tale princess, but her letters reveal a much darker reality. Princess Diana struggled to reconcile her role as a royal wife with the emotional neglect she experienced behind palace walls. Camilla, upon reading these confessions, would have seen just how aware Princess Diana was of the fragile state of her marriage. Princess Diana's doubts weren't just whispers of insecurity. They were glaring red flags that foreshadowed the ultimate collapse of her union with King Charles. Number 5. Hidden mental health struggles. Perhaps one of the most heartbreaking revelations in Princess Diana's letters was her candid discussion of her mental health struggles. In her diaries and letters to close friends, Princess Diana documented her battles with depression, anxiety, and an overwhelming sense of isolation. These letters offer a rare and intimate look at the toll royal life took on her mental well-being. For years, Princess Diana was expected to maintain a perfect public image, all while battling personal demons behind closed doors. Her letters reveal moments of extreme despair, where she felt trapped in a life that offered little emotional support. Camilla's discovery of these letters would have added a new layer of complexity to Princess Diana's image, one that went beyond the public's perception of her as a glamorous and beloved figure. These mental health struggles highlighted the immense pressure Diana faced, not just from her personal relationships, but from the weight of the crown itself. Number 6. Letters detailing abuse and manipulation. Princess Diana's letters didn't just focus on her personal feelings. They also contained detailed accounts of manipulation and emotional abuse within the royal family. She wrote about the ways in which she felt isolated, controlled, and used as a pawn in royal affairs. These letters provide a disturbing view of the internal dynamics at play within the monarchy, where personal emotions were often sacrificed for the sake of public appearances. Princess Diana's descriptions of this manipulation gave insight into the darker side of royal life, one that's rarely discussed openly. Camilla, reading these accounts, would have seen how deeply affected Princess Diana was by the actions of those around her. These letters reveal a princess who, despite her public grace, was fighting an invisible battle behind palace walls, and the toll it took on her was immense. Number 7. Secret letters to other world leaders. Among Princess Diana's letters, Camilla found secret correspondence with world leaders, communications that had the potential to be highly controversial. Princess Diana didn't just confine herself to matters within the royal family. She reached out to influential figures across the globe. Some letters hinted at her disillusionment with the monarchy, possibly criticizing its outdated practices or lack of empathy. These private exchanges reveal a woman who was becoming more politically aware and emboldened to challenge the status quo. Princess Diana's words suggested she was seeking alliances that could shift the balance of power, using her global influence to advocate for causes that went beyond royal duties. For Camilla, reading these letters must have been alarming. Not only did they show Princess Diana's growing independence, but they also suggested that she was willing to use her voice in a way that could have had profound political ramifications. Princess Diana was no longer just the people's princess. She was positioning herself as a global force for change. Number 8. Her plans to leave the royal family. One of the most startling revelations in Princess Diana's letters was her concrete plans to leave the royal family altogether. Far from being idle thoughts, these letters outlined her desire to start a new life abroad, away from the constant scrutiny of royal life. She spoke of her yearning for a simpler existence, one where she could raise her children in peace, away from the palace and media spotlight. For years, there were rumors of Princess Diana wanting to escape, but these letters confirmed her determination to break free. She even detailed the steps she would take to relocate, including setting up personal bank accounts to fund her new life. Camilla, upon discovering these plans, would have been struck by how close Princess Diana came to making this dream a reality. It was more than a fleeting thought. It was a carefully crafted strategy to escape the royal prison she felt trapped in. Number 9. Correspondence with her children. Princess Diana's letters to her sons, Prince William and Prince Harry, were some of the most heartfelt and intimate documents Camilla uncovered. In these letters, Princess Diana expressed her deepest concerns about their futures as members of the royal family. She feared they would grow up facing the same challenges and emotional turmoil that she'd experienced. Princess Diana's protective nature shines through in her words, as she implores her sons to be true to themselves and resist the pressures of royal duty. She also wrote about her hope that they would have the chance to live more normal lives, free from the harsh spotlight that had haunted her. For Camilla, these letters must have been eye-opening, showing just how deeply Princess Diana cared for her children's well-being and how much she worried about their future roles in the monarchy. Princess Diana's motherly instincts were at the core of her letters. revealing a woman who would do anything to protect her children from the pain she endured. Number 10. Raw thoughts on Camilla. Of all the letters Camilla uncovered, those that expressed Princess Diana's unfiltered thoughts about her were likely the most personal. These weren't carefully worded statements made for public consumption. These were Princess Diana's raw, honest feelings, penned in moments of pain and reflection. Princess Diana wrote about her deep sense of betrayal, her frustration at the public and private role Camilla played in her marriage to King Charles. The letters reveal that while Princess Diana tried to maintain a dignified front, behind the scenes, her emotions were turbulent. She grappled with anger, sadness, and a sense of injustice. But what's even more surprising is that in some letters, Princess Diana hinted at a desire for peace and understanding, even considering forgiveness. For Camilla, reading these letters would have been a deeply emotional experience, exposing the depth of Princess Diana's hurt, but also her complexity. She was more than just the wronged wife. She was a woman grappling with overwhelming emotions in a difficult situation. Number 11. Princess Diana's revenge plans. Another shocking revelation was Princess Diana's discussions of future revenge. These letters revealed that Princess Diana had concrete plans to expose the royal family's secrets, not just through media interviews, but through carefully orchestrated actions that would reveal the monarchy's flaws. She wasn't content with being the victim. Princess Diana wanted to regain control of her narrative and use her power to change public perception. These letters showed a woman who was strategic and determined, not just reactive. For Camilla, these plans would have been terrifying, as they suggested that Princess Diana was willing to go to great lengths to expose the truth. Regardless of the consequences, it's clear that Princess Diana saw herself as a catalyst for change, someone who could use her own pain to spark a larger movement. Her plans for revenge weren't about personal vindication. They were about exposing the systemic issues within the royal family and shifting the balance of power. Number 12. Hidden bank accounts. Perhaps one of the more practical discoveries in Princess Diana's letters was her mention of personal bank accounts that she kept hidden from the royal family. These accounts were part of her broader plan to escape the confines of royal life and establish financial independence. Princess Diana had grown increasingly wary of the control the royal institution had over her, and she knew that financial freedom was key to making her escape a reality. These hidden accounts were not just for personal luxuries. They were a lifeline, a way to fund her future plans without relying on the monarchy. For Camilla, finding evidence of these secret accounts would have been a stark reminder of just how serious Princess Diana was about leaving. It wasn't just talk. Princess Diana was preparing for a future where she could live life on her own terms, free from royal obligations and control. Number 13. Secret alliances within the royal family. One of the more surprising discoveries in Princess Diana's letters was the mention of secret alliances she had formed within the royal family. Princess Diana wasn't as isolated as the public might have thought. She had supporters on the inside who shared her frustrations and were willing to help her navigate the complexities of royal life. These alliances showed that Princess Diana was far more politically savvy than she was often given credit for. She understood the power dynamics at play and knew how to leverage relationships to her advantage. For Camilla, this discovery would have been unsettling, as it revealed that Princess Diana had allies in unexpected places, people who were sympathetic to her cause and possibly working against the interests of King Charles and the monarchy. These alliances gave Princess Diana a sense of empowerment, a feeling that she wasn't entirely alone in her struggles. Number 14. Unsent letters to King Charles. Some of the most emotional pieces of correspondence Camilla found were the unsent letters Princess Diana had written to King Charles. These letters were filled with raw emotion, pleading for understanding, love, and reconciliation. In these unsent messages, Princess Diana poured her heart out, expressing her deep pain over King Charles' affair with Camilla and her longing for the marriage they could never have. These letters reveal the depth of Princess Diana's heartbreak, showing that despite everything, she still held out hope for some kind of resolution. For Camilla, these letters would have been incredibly difficult to read, as they laid bare the emotional devastation that King Charles' actions had caused. Princess Diana's unsent letters were a window into her vulnerability, showing a woman who, despite her public strength, was deeply hurt by the man she loved. Number 15. Plans to remarry. In some of her later letters, Princess Diana hinted at her plans to remarry, discussing potential suitors and her hopes for a future outside of the royal family. Princess Diana was still a young woman with her whole life ahead of her, and these letters showed that she hadn't given up on the idea of love. She expressed excitement about the possibility of finding a partner who could offer her the emotional support and companionship that had been missing in her marriage to King Charles. For Camilla, these letters would have been bittersweet, as they showed that Princess Diana was moving on, but also that she was planning a life that would have placed her in the public eye once again, possibly as a rival to Camilla's role in the royal family. Princess Diana's plans to remarry were more than just a personal goal. They were part of her broader strategy to redefine her life and her place in the world. Number 16. Private thoughts on royal duties. Princess Diana's letters also provided a glimpse into her true feelings about royal duties, which she often found stifling and meaningless. While the public saw her as a graceful and committed royal, her private letters told a different story. Princess Diana expressed disdain for many of the outdated protocols she was expected to follow, often feeling like she was putting on a performance rather than engaging in meaningful work. She lamented the lack of flexibility within the monarchy, which left little room for her to champion the causes she was passionate about in her own way. These letters reveal that Princess Diana was increasingly disillusioned with the royal lifestyle, and she yearned for a simpler, more fulfilling life. For Camilla, discovering these thoughts would have provided further insight into the reasons why Princess Diana was so determined to break free from the royal family. It wasn't just her personal relationships that made her feel trapped. It was the very nature of the royal life itself. Number 17. Letters discussing a media strategy. Princess Diana was no stranger to the media, and her letters showed just how carefully she planned her public image. She was acutely aware of the power of the press, and often discussed strategies for regaining public support in her letters to trusted friends. Princess Diana knew that her relationship with the media was a double-edged sword. It could both elevate her and bring her down. These letters reveal her calculated approach to managing her public persona, from strategic interviews to orchestrated photo ops. For Camilla, these letters would have underscored just how savvy Princess Diana was when it came to media relations. Princess Diana wasn't merely reacting to the press. She was actively shaping her own narrative, using the media as a tool to win public sympathy and support. Her ability to manipulate the media to her advantage was a key factor in maintaining her status as the people's princess, long after her separation from King Charles. Number 18. Hidden evidence of royal scandals. Perhaps the most explosive content in Princess Diana's letters was evidence of royal scandals that had never been made public. Princess Diana had access to insider information, and she didn't shy away from documenting it in her private letters. From affairs to financial misconduct, Princess Diana's letters hinted at a royal family that was far from perfect. She wrote about incidents that, if exposed, could have caused a media firestorm and significantly damaged the monarchy's reputation. For Camilla, these revelations would have been deeply concerning, as they suggested that Princess Diana held the power to bring down the royal family if she chose to. The fact that Princess Diana kept these details hidden for so long speaks to her strategic thinking. She knew that holding on to these secrets gave her leverage. These letters show that Princess Diana was not just passive in the royal drama. She was a key player who understood the stakes and held significant power in her hands. Number 19. Princess Diana's desire for a simpler life. In many of her letters, Princess Diana expressed a deep yearning for a simpler, more peaceful life. She fantasized about leaving behind the glamour and chaos of royal life to live in quiet anonymity, where she could focus on raising her children and pursuing her personal interests. These letters reveal a woman who was tired of the constant scrutiny and pressure, someone who longed for the freedom to be herself without the weight of the crown. Princess Diana's desire for a simpler life was not just a fleeting thought. It was a recurring theme in her letters, a dream she was actively working toward. For Camilla, reading these letters would have highlighted the stark contrast between the public image of Princess Diana as a beloved princess and the private reality of a woman who felt trapped in a gilded cage. Princess Diana's desire to escape royal life was more than just wishful thinking. It was a goal she was determined to achieve. Number 20. Suspicions about being spied on. One of the most chilling revelations in Princess Diana's letters was her suspicion that she was being spied on. She documented specific instances where she felt her privacy was being violated, whether through bugged phones, intercepted mail, or strange encounters with strangers who seemed to know too much. Princess Diana's paranoia wasn't unfounded. She was living in a world where secrecy and surveillance were the norm, and her high-profile status made her an obvious target. These letters reveal a woman who felt increasingly unsafe, even in her own home. For Camilla, finding these suspicions documented in writing would have been unnerving, as they suggested that Princess Diana was constantly looking over her shoulder, unsure of who she could trust. These fears added another layer of complexity to Princess Diana's already tumultuous life, showing that she was not just dealing with emotional struggles, but with very real threats to her privacy and security. It's hard to imagine how things might have played out differently if these letters had come to light earlier. But now we want to hear from you. What do you think was the biggest surprise Camilla found? Could these letters have changed the public's view of Princess Diana, King Charles, or the royal family as a whole? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. We'd love to know what you think. And if you found this video as eye-opening as we did, make sure to hit that like button, share it with your friends, and subscribe for more videos. Thanks for watching, and we'll catch you in the next one.